You view your body as a biological machine. You view your mind as a computer processor. And you view your emotions as chemical reactions, fleeting and largely irrelevant to the hard logic of survival and success. You treat these three systems, the physical, the mental, and the emotional, as separate entities. You go to the gym for the body, you read books for the mind, and you suppress or medicate the emotions so they don't interfere with your productivity. But what if I told you that this separation is an illusion? What if I told you that your body, your mind, and your spirit are not separate machines, but interconnected nodes in a single, vast energy network? What if there is a hidden architecture within you, a subtle anatomy of 7 distinct centers, that governs everything from your ability to pay rent to your capacity for divine love? And what if most of your anxiety, your chronic fatigue, your relationship failures, and your lack of direction are not random misfortunes, but specific symptoms of blockages in this internal circuitry? For thousands of years, the yogis of India mapped this terrain. They called it the chakra system. But in the modern West, the chakras have been reduced to colorful stickers on yoga mats, vague New Age affirmations, and mystical fluff. We have stripped them of their psychological depth and their practical utility. In her definitive masterpiece, Wheels of Life, psychotherapist and energy expert Anodea Judith restores the chakra system to its rightful place, not as a religious doctrine, but as a highly accurate, sophisticated map of human psychology and development. She bridges the gap between ancient Eastern mysticism and modern Western psychology, showing us that each chakra corresponds to a specific stage of human growth, a specific set of survival needs, and a specific psychological challenge. Today, we are going to decode this map. We will travel up the spine, from the red roots of survival to the violet crown of consciousness. We will identify where you are stuck, why you are leaking energy, and exactly how to clear the blockages that are keeping you small, fearful, and fragmented. This is not about spinning colored lights in your imagination. This is about engineering your own vitality. To understand Wheels of Life, you must first understand what a chakra actually is. The word chakra means wheel or disc. In the subtle body, chakras are vortexes of energy that spin at different frequencies. They act as transformers, stepping down the high-voltage cosmic energy of the universe into the lower-voltage energy needed for physical existence. There are 7 major chakras, aligned along the spine. Each one has a specific color, a specific element, a specific sound, and a specific psychological function. When a chakra is open and balanced, energy flows freely. You feel alive, capable, and connected. When a chakra is blocked, underactive, or chaotic, overactive, energy stagnates or leaks. You feel stuck, anxious, or out of control. Let us begin at the foundation. The first chakra, Muladhara, root chakra, location, base of the spine. Color, red. Element, earth. Core issue, survival. The root chakra is your foundation. It governs your most primal instinct, the will to live. It is responsible for your sense of safety, security, and belonging. It connects you to the physical world, to your body, to your family, and to the earth itself. Psychologically, the root chakra develops in infancy. It asks the question, am I safe? Do I have enough? If your early environment was unstable, if you experienced neglect, poverty, or trauma, your root chakra may be damaged. A blocked root chakra manifests as chronic anxiety, fear of scarcity, hoarding, or a feeling of being ungrounded and spacey. You may struggle with basic life skills like managing money, maintaining a home, or taking care of your physical health. You feel like a leaf blowing in the wind, with no anchor. An overactive root chakra manifests as greed, materialism, rigidity, and an obsessive need for control. You may become workaholic, obsessed with status, or resistant to any change that threatens your security. To heal the root, you must ground yourself. Judith suggests physical practices, walking barefoot on the earth, gardening, eating root vegetables, and engaging in vigorous physical exercise. Psychologically, you must address your survival fears. You must create stability in your external life, balance your checkbook, clean your house, establish a routine. You must affirm, I am safe. I am supported. I belong here. Without a strong root, you cannot build anything else. You cannot reach for the stars if you are falling through the floor. The second chakra, Svadhisthana, Sacral Chakra, location, lower abdomen, below the navel. Color, orange. Element, water. Core issue. Pleasure and relationship. Once survival is secured, the next human need is connection. The sacral chakra governs your emotions, your sexuality, your creativity, and your ability to relate to others. It is the center of flow, change, and desire. Psychologically, this chakra develops in toddlerhood and early childhood. It asks the question, am I allowed to feel? Am I allowed to want? It is where we learn about boundaries, consent, and emotional expression. A blocked sacral chakra manifests as emotional numbness, sexual dysfunction, lack of creativity, or guilt around pleasure. You may feel rigid, dry, or disconnected from your body. You may suppress your desires to please others, leading to resentment. An overactive sacral chakra manifests as emotional volatility, sexual addiction, codependency, and manipulative behavior. You may be ruled by your moods, unable to distinguish your feelings from reality. You may use sex or drama to fill an inner void. To heal the sacral chakra, you must embrace flow. Judith recommends water-based activities, swimming, bathing, dancing. You must explore your creativity without judgment. You must examine your relationship with pleasure. Are you denying yourself joy? Are you using pleasure to escape pain? You must learn to feel your emotions without being drowned by them. You must affirm, I feel. I desire. I create. My pleasure is valid. The third chakra. Manipura, solar plexus chakra, location, upper abdomen, stomach area. Color, yellow. Element, fire. Core issue, power and will. With safety and connection established, the individual seeks autonomy. The solar plexus is the seat of your ego, your personal power, and your will. It is the engine of action. It governs your self-esteem, your confidence, and your ability to manifest your intentions in the world. Psychologically, this chakra develops in childhood and adolescence. It asks the question, can I do it? Who am I? It is where we learn to assert ourselves, to set goals, and to take responsibility. A blocked solar plexus manifests as low self-esteem, passivity, victimhood, and lack of direction. You may feel powerless, easily influenced by others, and afraid to take risks. You may suffer from digestive issues, as this chakra governs the gut. An overactive solar plexus manifests as aggression, dominance, control freak behavior, and arrogance. You may try to force your will on others, needing to be right, needing to win. You may burn out from overworking and overstriving. To heal the solar plexus, you must take action. Judith recommends core strengthening exercises, martial arts, and setting clear boundaries. You must practice saying no when you mean no, and yes when you mean yes. You must take responsibility for your life. Stop blaming others. Stop waiting for permission. You must affirm, I can. I will. I am powerful. I am worthy. Treat True power is not domination, it is the ability to act in alignment with your truth. The fourth chakra, Anahata, heart chakra, location, center of the chest. Color, green. Element, air. Core issue, love and integration. The heart chakra is the bridge. It connects the lower three chakras, physical/ego, with the upper three chakras, spiritual/transpersonal. It is the center of love, compassion, forgiveness, and acceptance. It governs your ability to give and receive love, both to yourself and to others. Psychologically, this chakra develops in young adulthood. It asks the question, can I love? Can I be loved? It is where we learn to balance our own needs with the needs of others. A blocked heart chakra manifests as loneliness, isolation, bitterness, and inability to forgive. You may build walls around your heart to protect yourself from pain, but these walls also keep out joy. You may feel cynical or cold. An overactive heart chakra manifests as codependency, jealousy, possessiveness, and sacrificing yourself for others. You may try to save people, neglecting your own needs in the process. You may confuse love with attachment. To heal the heart chakra, you must practice openness. Judith recommends breathing exercises, opening the chest physically, and practicing gratitude. You must work on forgiveness, not for the sake of the other person, but for your own freedom. You must learn to love yourself first. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You must affirm, I love. I am loved. I am open. I am compassionate. The heart is not just about romance, it is about universal connection. The fifth chakra, Vishuddha, throat chakra, location, throat. Color, blue. Element, sound/ether. Core issue, communication and truth. The throat chakra governs your voice. It is the center of self-expression, communication, and truth. It allows you to articulate your inner world, to speak your needs, and to listen to others. It is the bridge between the heart, feeling, and the mind, thinking. Psychologically, this chakra develops as we learn language and social interaction. It asks the question, can I speak my truth? Will I be heard? A blocked throat chakra manifests as shyness, fear of speaking up, lying, or inability to express emotions. You may swallow your words to keep the peace, leading to resentment. You may have a weak voice or throat problems. An overactive throat chakra manifests as talking too much, interrupting, gossiping, or using words as weapons. You may dominate conversations, refusing to listen. You may use intellectualization to avoid feeling. To heal the throat chakra, you must speak your truth. Judith recommends singing, chanting, journaling, and honest communication. You must practice active listening. You must align your words with your actions. You must affirm, I speak. I listen. I express. My truth matters. Your voice is your power. When you silence it, you silence your soul. The sixth chakra, Ajna, third eye chakra, location, between the eyebrows. Color, indigo. Element, light. Core issue, insight and intuition. The third eye is the center of perception. It governs your intuition, your imagination, your ability to see patterns, and your wisdom. It allows you to look beyond the surface of things, to see the hidden dynamics, the underlying truths, and the future possibilities. Psychologically, this chakra develops as we mature intellectually and spiritually. It asks the question, do I see clearly? Do I trust my intuition? A blocked third eye manifests as lack of direction, poor concentration, cynicism, and reliance on external authority. You may doubt your own insights, preferring to be told what to think. You may feel disconnected from your dreams and imagination. An overactive third eye manifests as hallucinations, delusions, living in fantasy, or intellectual arrogance. You may become so focused on the abstract that you lose touch with reality. You may use your insight to manipulate others. To heal the third eye, you must trust your intuition. Judith recommends meditation, visualization, dream work, and studying symbolism. You must question your assumptions. You must look for patterns in your life. You must affirm, I see. I know. I trust. I am wise. The third eye is not about psychic powers, it is about clarity. It is the ability to see things as they are, not as you wish them to be. The seventh chakra, Sahasrara, crown chakra, location, top of the head. Color, violet or white. Element, thought/cosmic energy. Core issue, spirituality and unity. The crown chakra is the gateway to the divine. It governs your connection to the universe, to higher consciousness, and to the ultimate meaning of life. It is the center of transcendence, where the individual self dissolves into the whole. Psychologically, this chakra represents the highest level of human development. It asks the question, who am I in the grand scheme? What is my purpose? A blocked crown chakra manifests as spiritual skepticism, materialism, depression, and a sense of meaninglessness. You may feel isolated from the universe, believing that life is random and cruel. You may be closed-minded and rigid in your beliefs. An overactive crown chakra manifests as spiritual escapism, dissociation from the body, and religious fanaticism. You may reject the physical world, viewing it as an illusion or a trap. You may become arrogant about your spiritual status. To heal the crown chakra, you must surrender. Judith recommends silent meditation, prayer, and spending time in nature. You must let go of the need to control everything. You must trust in a larger order. You must affirm, I am one. I am connected. I am infinite. I surrender. The crown is not about escaping life, it is about bringing the light of the divine into everyday existence. The dynamics of the system. Judith emphasizes that the chakras are not independent. They are a system. A blockage in one affects all the others. For example, if your root is insecure, you will overcompensate in the solar plexus by trying to control everything. If your heart is closed, your throat will be blocked because you cannot express what you do not feel. Healing is not about fixing one chakra in isolation. It is about balancing the entire system. It is about creating a vertical flow of energy from the earth to the sky and back again. She also introduces the concept of shadow work. Each chakra has a shadow side. The repressed, denied, or distorted aspects of its energy. To heal a chakra, you must confront its shadow. You must acknowledge your fear, root, your shame, sacral, your anger, solar plexus, your grief, heart, your lies, throat, your confusion, third eye, and your despair, crown. Only by integrating the shadow can you access the light. Practical application. Wheels of Life is not just theory. It is a manual. Judith provides specific exercises for each chakra: physical, yoga poses, dance, breath work; emotional, journaling, therapy, shadow work; mental, affirmations, visualization, study; spiritual, meditation, ritual, service. She encourages you to assess your own chakra system. Where do you feel stuck? Where do you feel pain? Where do you feel vibrant? Use this map to diagnose your own life. As we conclude this deep exploration of Wheels of Life, it is vital to understand the ultimate message Anodea Judith is delivering. You are not broken. You are not flawed. You are a complex, multidimensional being with a built-in system for growth and healing. The chakras are not foreign concepts, they are the architecture of your own soul. By understanding this map, you stop being a victim of your moods and your circumstances. You become the engineer of your own energy. You can identify the root cause of your problems. You can apply the specific tools needed to heal them. You can move from survival to pleasure, from pleasure to power, from power to love, from love to truth, from truth to wisdom, and from wisdom to unity. This is the journey of individuation. This is the path of wholeness. You do not need to be a yogi to benefit from this wisdom. You just need to be willing to look inward, to feel your body, to honor your emotions, to speak your truth, to trust your intuition, to connect with something greater than yourself. Start today. Check your root. Are you grounded? Check your heart. Is it open? Check your throat. Is it clear? The wheels are turning. The energy is flowing. The choice is yours: remain stuck in the old patterns, or step into the flow of life. Thank you for joining this journey into the anatomy of the soul. If this psychological decoding of the chakras resonates with you, if it gives you the tools to heal your own energy system, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Remember, you are not just a body. You are a wheel of light. Go forth, balance your centers, integrate your shadows, and spin your way to wholeness.